Munir to keep it really short. So next up, Munir to finish. No, come on.
Can I say one joke from me? No? Can I say one joke from me? Just one joke? Right. While I was driving to conduct a marriage ceremony, my wife told me, honey, I dreamt that you gave me a diamond necklace. I said, honey, go back to sleep and wear it. Listen, I love my wife, she's not here, but this is recorded, it's going to get there. Alright, I'll make this quick inshallah. Sister Linda, just to say something that I learned from Munir. America doesn't like pimps. America doesn't like pimps. Those who have a legacy, they spoke the truth and stood fast. So whether Martin Luther King, whether it's Malcolm X, these people, as she said, afterwards people realized their strength by speaking truth to power. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that steadfastness to be like them. Ameen? Ameen. I want to say two things inshallah ta'ala, because I had a very short time I told you I should not speak well. So I'll mention two stories inshallah ta'ala, two messages to my beloved community. The one thing is just a quick story, and I'll try to connect what Sister Linda said, what Brother Laz said, and what Brother Dr. also said. Just see if I can, through a couple stories, get a message across. The first one is in Muslims just being active or agents of change. This is the title of this convention, Agents of Change. I just want to say one story. I was listening to Dr. Ahmed Bangoura. He's a professor at San Francisco State, and this is when I was back in the day, 20 some years ago. I was young at that time, and he told us while he was teaching a class, he asked his students, "What do you want to be?" This is in the 90s in the Bay Area. Everybody was studying what? To become a software engineer. That's where money is, or in the engineering field, the computer sector. So he asked his students, "What do you want to be?" Engineer, 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 engineer. And there's one young girl, she said, I think it's a freshman, and she said, "I want to become a teacher." Right? She said, "I want to become an elementary school teacher." He said, "Why? Teachers don't make a lot of money. Bay Area is extremely expensive. I live there, I know." So why do you want to be a teacher? Listen to what she said. And parents, I want you to pay attention to this. Younger generation, I want you to pay attention to this. She said, "I'm a lesbian." I know, don't get too itchy, right? She said, "I'm a lesbian. And people don't treat me or homosexuals properly. Don't have the right perception about us." This is in the 90s. And I want to teach young children at young age to like people like me, or respect people like me. The point I want to get across to you, brothers and sisters, she wanted to be an agent of change for her own cause. Therefore, she used an important principle in our faith, or a concept that we should think of, al-tadhiya, sacrifice her own career. That's what she wants to do, to promote her own cause. Good for her. But in order to be an agent of change, you have to dedicate for a cause, yourself for the cause, and not only for the dollar sign. Meaning that I know many of our parents, there's three things that you have to do. Either become an engineer, doctor, or a lawyer. Lawyer. Sorry. Lawyer look good. Somebody's a lawyer. Sorry. But are you influential? She said she wanted to be a teacher, so she become influential and affluent. And there's a big difference between the two. Younger generation, what career you want to take? Are you going to become a community organizer? Are you going to become a principal in your high school? Right? What contributions are you going to give to the society that we live in? Being an influential Muslim, not just an affluent Muslim. Where you make decisions. Trump was very affluent. Billions of dollars he's worth, they say. But which one is he more, does he have more authority? When he's the president making 400K? Which one is more influential? Or he has his billions sitting in his Trump Tower in New York? Think of that. Who's going to be the next city mayor in Ontario? Who's going to be the next congresswoman? That you're in a state of being affluent, influential. You do not apply the law, you write the law. You push your children in positions, not because, oh, I'm Muslim, I want that position. No, I want to contribute positively to my society. Affluent, not just influential, not just affluent, not just that I have money, and there's nothing wrong with making money. But how can I contribute positively? When the school board meets in Ontario, in Los Angeles, who's sitting on that board? It does make a difference when you're there in the ground. My sister Linda mentioned that she comes to that meeting caring for the benefit of these people before she says, I'm Muslim, I'm Palestinian, I'm this, I'm that. If they ask her to respond, but I care for their own needs. Agents of change care for people. Life is not only about me, it's about we. There's this high school in the Bay Area, their motto, me is we. Not only, even our products are called iPhone, iPad, it's only about me. Agents of change, it's not about me, it's about we. It's about we. It's about that I influence the decision makers. I make the decisions, helping people for a better society. We make something better for our community, for our society at large. That's how you make a difference. You can make as much money as you want. As much money as you want. Right? You can have a viral infection. And you have no use for you. 1 minute. Final story. I really took more than a minute. I said the joke. I'll end with more than 1 minute. I want to tell you what Brother Mazen said, and hopefully we'll connect. Actually, you know what? I didn't tell you. My speech that Allah gave me is actually the subject that Brother Mazen he spoke about. So alhamdulillah, I can talk about whatever. But I want to end with this. There's an Imam of Fire in London, because he spoke about truthfulness and honesty. Being affluent doesn't mean that I lie or I cheat. He's hired to become an Imam in London, and he was taking the bus. When he was taking the bus, one time he paid, and the bus driver gave him extra change, pocket change. He's supposed to give him back 20 cents. He gave him 40 or something like that, or pences, right? So this young man, this Imam, when he took the money, he said, oh, he gave me extra, let me give it back. And then he said, oh, I'll wait till I'm done with at the end of the ride. When he sat, he said, they make so much money out of me, it's only a couple of cents, it's not a big deal. So when his stop came, he rang that bell, and he's about to come off the bus. When he's about to leave, he had the change in his pocket. Then he thought to himself, he said, you know what, let me just give it back. Then he turned to the bus driver and he said, oh, you gave me this extra change. He said, yeah, I did it intentionally. He said, why? He said, I'm interested to learn about Islam. And I realized, he drops him off where the bus stop, where the mosque is. And I wanted to come to learn about your faith in the community, but I wanted to see your character before I come and learn from you. So that Imam, he stopped shivering. And he said, I almost sold Islam for 20 cents. Brothers and sisters, how many times do we sell Islam for even less than 20 cents? Because we're not truthful, or we don't smile to one another, we don't have an upright character. Agents of change, they're good with people. They're good with their spouses, with their children, with the community at large. They care for them. They're honest, they're truthful. That's how you make a difference. Jazakallah.